record something and see how it goes. This is the life and the day of Cliff. I don't, I was just looking at this camera and I go, you know, that's kind of funny if people saw how I lived. I mean, many times people will hear me on the radio or they'll read a blog. They probably have a different idea of, you know, who's really out there. You know, here I am in a travel trailer. It's in Washington. It's nice and gloomy out. And my trailer leaks over here, and I'm listening to 770 AM. Called The Truth. I'm right now listening to Michael Medved program, and you know, people are probably wondering, you know, as they read this, I don't know. I think it's, if you read a blog and you read enough of them and you listen to the radio, you might be wondering, you know, who is this guy? I thought I could put a little, like, one of those doggy cams on and wear it around and people see what I do, because it's not something that I think is, it has a lot of normalcy to it, but on the other hand it doesn't, because as crass as this sounds, I kind of work on that special ed bus. Do you know what I mean? I house people who are street people. I help people, and I'm not alone. I have people that help me help them, but it's interesting. You know, I guess if you have normal relationships, you can sense the difference in the relationships you have with those who have been homeless or in recovery or drug addiction. They can't tell, because see, they're used to chaos, they're used to nonsense, they're used to not thinking. So with those kind of things going on, it's not real surprising that they would have trouble adjusting to our world. But the problem is not them adjusting to their world. They don't realize I have a heck of a time adjusting to their world. They think I'm crazy, and I know they're crazy. So it's really a challenge. For example, you know, you'd be going, I'd be going on a horse ride. Now, I think you recognize that if I'm going on a horse ride, I probably have a horse underneath me. And so, as I'm riding the horse down the driveway, you'll have someone walk up and say, "Hey Cliff, are you riding a horse?" And you kind of look at them and you go, that's pretty weird. But what happens if that happens every day, multiple times per day? And I wish I had explained the constancy of it. It's a real puzzle. It's very challenging. And so you don't lose your mind and you're still able to help these people. I mean, it's really challenging. You know, I think it was easier when I went to Colombia, South America, and worked as a missionary. I think it was easier to make that cultural jump than it is really to deal with the dysfunction that comes from drugs and alcohol and this whole SSID. You're familiar with that? It's a type of Social Security they give people who are quote-unquote disabled. They're kind of disabled, but not really. So you get this whole addiction, recovery, SSID, welfare kind of mentality, and man, it's a cultural jump for me. It's big, and I've been doing this, caring for people this way, because they, you know, we have a house over here, and to the right of me you can hear a guy jamming on his guitar, and you know, he thinks he's okay. He's a great guitarist, but he's crummy at life. And so he's over here making noise in the background. Maybe you can hear it. And hopefully we can get him settled up. But anyway, we have a shed over here, actually a shop, and then some guys stay in bunkhouse, in bunk beds there. We're building a bunkhouse. It's just right out the window behind me. So anyway, there are lots of people here. And so just a normal day's interaction with people, hear I've got to turn him off so I can do my radio program coming up here in just a few minutes. It's challenging. I don't know. I wish people could experience this and the struggle of it, but on the other hand, I care about people enough not to make them have to do this stupid stuff. But you know, if they didn't have this opportunity, there would be no opportunity for them. They get a chance to be normalized. But they're so judgmental too. It's like, so if you have a normal home, well, hell, they don't even know what a normal home is. Normal to them is what they've created for themselves, a life of chaos. And they don't deal with issues. They're always running from pressure, not dealing with them. So they come into your home, and you'll say, I said do your homework to your kids. Or you say, hey, go take out the garbage. I'm done telling you, right? Or turn that TV off. Or, hey, we got to stop this. We got to go bring some wood into the house. Whatever, you know. And then as you're training your kids so they won't be, you know, these people that are dysfunctional, you have to correct all sorts of behaviors, which I don't understand because, you know, they don't correct behaviors. Everyone just kind of gets along, learns how to deal with each other's weirdness. But actually, when you're a good parent, you're actually making sure your kids don't grow up with that weirdness so they can function in the mainstream of society. So anyway, they see you bringing correction, and they see the things that you think, hey, you shouldn't do that. And they don't even understand that. They're going, whoa, that seems pretty... we never worried about that. Of course you didn't. And that's why you are like you are. That's why you're on the fringe of society. That's why you have trouble keeping or getting a job, or don't even try to get a job. That's why people don't want to be around you. That's why you're isolated, and so they can't make the connection between, you know, they can't see that they've just come into a new world of normalcy. They think something is abnormal about that, but it's only abnormal to them. So yeah, I live in a little travel trailer. Here, let me give you a peek. I'm not going to take you all the way through it, but by the way, we don't live here because we have to, like we're poor. We're making a choice on how to live. I was a nuclear engineer. I could have a really cool lifestyle right now. I didn't have to go to Columbia and work as a missionary. I could have what I wanted. I was making tons of money. Good kids, good family, no problem. Serving Jesus causes you a lot of changes because you care about people. So, what would it look like really to lay your life down? And so here's a model. I have friends that live in, the ghetto and have given up a better life that they might be able to serve people. So there are a variety of ways to do this, but it will be motivated towards helping these people that are dysfunctional, on the fringe, poor, SSID, welfare, recovery. There's a whole group of people. But anyway, I'll see if I can show you my my abode. My wife lives here, and so does my daughter. My boys live in the shop with the other guys, but I'll let you see. See if I can do this without. So that's my bedroom kind of back there. The little garbage can my daughter has to clean up here. A little, what do you call it? Vacuum. You don't have much space for stuff, so you do what you can. Here's the view out our front window. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a horse pasture out there. And then that's the trailer next to me. That's our rock and roll friend who has his issues, and we hope that he does better. And then we have behind me, this is the bunkhouse we're building. You see that? So we're building that. Over there, I don't know if you can see the house over there. That's the house. If you can kind of look over there, between the back of that trailer, and the new bunkhouse, you can see that wall. That's the shop. So, you've just had your tour. Is that fun? I thought it was fun. So, if I'm getting ready to do a radio program, this is where it happens. This is where I do it. It's cool. And you know, how else would you live your life? Really? How else? I mean, really, if it comforts the bottom line for you, then I don't know how you can serve Jesus. You know, if it's got to be a certain way. But we're, as missionaries, we're making a jump to a different culture. And it is challenging. It is. Anyway, I didn't intend on doing this. I'm actually doing a test on my video system, which just goes on my little laptop. I'm doing a test on my system because I've been having trouble doing it. So I'm changing the resolution and making it better. So this was just a test, but I think it was fun I never thought of doing this, that people could see inside my sick world. Again, I think I'll just wear a camera around the house and let you guys see how weird it is. This is a great idea. Anyway, God bless.